All right, we're back at it again. We're here again. We're back in the chairs. We're doing our thing. I'm Alex.
I'm Jacob.
We're introducing ourselves. Great. So today we're going to do a video on Sonic, what we want, what's upcoming, what we expect, all that fun stuff. I did a Sonic video recently. The idea is to capitalize off that, keep some momentum going. This is how we do it.
Momentum-based gameplay.
We're getting interrupted by the front door. We'll be right back. Let's pause this recording. All right, I took care of them.
Oh my gosh.
The threat's been exterminated, so we can continue with the video as originally planned.
The sinister implications.
I forgot what we were talking about. We're talking about something with Sonic.
We were talking about keeping the momentum, and then we were also going to be talking about momentum-based gameplay.
We literally we lost the momentum.
Yeah, rip.
We lost the video's momentum.
To a screeching halt.
Yeah, well, here we are. We're going to talk about Sonic Frontiers first. What we expect, what we want. I want a lot of things. I want this game to be good, please.
Sonic Frontiers? You want Sonic Frontiers to be good?
Of course, I definitely do. I loved Breath of the Wild. I'm a big Sonic fan. I think Sonic games are terrible or amazing, and there's not really much of an in-between. I'm hoping Sonic Frontiers is the latter.
I mean, it's really hard to say from what we've seen so far, but I don't know. I'm hopeful, still holding out hope for Sonic. Hopefully he can make a good 3D game, and
it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
All right, well, listen,
many minutes.
Forces was it was all right. I didn't hate it, but then I played Generations for the first time right after, and Generations was way better, so I kind of hated it more in retrospect. I get why fans were disappointed. But anyway, Sonic Frontiers, we haven't seen a lot. Frame rate looks a little choppy. We just rewatched the trailer before recording this. Frame rate doesn't look the best, but the idea of an open world Sonic game, that's pretty good.
That sounds pretty cool. I mean, it's never been done.
No, it hasn't.
So I'm really down for whatever they have cooking up there. But I really hope there's still distinct levels. I don't want it just to be him running around the world and not really anything to do or any goals to be had. So I hope that's not lost there.
You want this to be the Mystic Ruins. You want this to be Sonic Adventure 1 Mystic Ruins, and you're just gonna sing the song the whole time,
Yeah, the train boarding for the Mystic Ruins is departing soon.
That's what I want. I want them to have the exact same announcer, and it's just gonna travel across the entire world in Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly my wish for this game.
This game is... Alright, so there was a leak about this game before it came out. Someone predicted the title, the working title, the file name title. Before it was called Sonic Frontiers, it was Sonic Rangers or something like that.
Sonic Rangers is correct, yeah.
So some guy was like, hey, I know this game is called Sonic Rangers. I was a playtester. And they just called the game like hot garbage. Like they dug into this game.
Yeah, I mean, they mentioned the open world. They said there was puzzles around the open world that weren't really interesting. There was also boss fights that were pretty garbage. And then there were some like cyberspace portals that like transport you to another world and bring you to some sort of Unleashed or Generation style levels, which I don't really remember whether or not those were good, but it was very early build of the game.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Supposedly. We don't have any confirmation on this.
I mean, it's kind of crazy because Sonic Rangers was the title of the announcement trailer. When that was dropped, people found the file name and saw that it was called Sonic Rangers. So it kind of drew that leak into the light and kind of gave it more of a credibility. So.
Yeah. Do we think it's legit? I really have no clue at this point. I don't know if I really care either, because Sonic games are so divisive. People will look back at Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 nowadays, and they'll say those games were always garbage. And I think those games are both sick. I mean, well, not all of them. Like, there's a lot of garbage in Adventure 1 and Adventure 2, but I still love them both. So, like, if someone's going to tell me, hey, Sonic Frontiers, I played it, it's garbage, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to hate the game. So I want to be optimistic here.
Yeah, it wasn't so much so that it was garbage, but just that it was boring.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
yeah, between the puzzles, the boss fights, and then just sort of going around the open world. But once again, that was a while ago, so.
Yeah, and I guess the elephant in the room is like how it connects to Breath of the Wild. Game obviously looks similar. The frame rate is equally concerning as Breath of the Wild's was in its worst areas.
I was sort of shocked by like looking at those towers that looks like they have a little loop-de-loop that goes up them that I guess you can probably run up and get something good from that. Maybe maybe that is...
Maybe they're just like the Sheikah Towers.
Yeah, and maybe those are sort of where the portals are that will transport you into like some of the traditional levels. But like, am I wrong? Do those towers not look so uncanny to Breath of the Wild's towers?
Oh, they're such a ripoff. They're such a ripoff.
Like so clearly. I think
it's fine.
I mean, it's fine.
They look
It's just
good.
like, I wonder if that was intentional, just to kind of draw out those feelings of like, oh, this is Sonic Breath of the Wild style. Is that what they're sort of wanting to draw on here?
Though, like, minimal music, the way the camera pans in the trailer, and now Breath of the Wild has been out, 5 years pretty much?
Yep.
So this game probably didn't start development until that was released, so it very clearly drew inspiration from it.
Well, I mean, Forces came out 2017.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so like 100% started after Breath of the Wild, inspired by it very clearly. And Breath of the Wild is so sick. If they want to make a Sonic game based off Breath of the Wild, that sounds like the dumbest idea, but it also might be dumb enough to work.
Yeah, I think so. With like the levels and zones for like sort of the classic Sonic games like Sonic 3 and then Sonic Mania as well, you would always see Sonic end the level and he would run, and then the next level would start and he would like continue running as if he like just ran from one point to the next. And I really want to see something that sort of organically connects all these like zones and levels within the open world in Sonic Frontiers. Like there's just this natural sort of transition between each zone, because I'm really hoping it's not just nature focused, the open world. I hope there are cities. I hope there are sort of like the wacky setups that we see in previous Sonic games, like the carnival, the casino, all that stuff. I really hope that's intact, but there's like this nice sort of organic build to it to make it really feel like a whole open world that's connected.
Yeah, exactly. Sonic has always been that nature versus machine. I almost said nature versus nurture. We aren't talking about that. We're talking... Okay, so you got Sonic, who's like fighting for the critters and all that good stuff, and then you got Eggman or Robotnik, whatever he's called that year, and he's changing all them animals to their robots, and he's making a living off of this, I guess. I don't know. He's having a good time, though. And if we don't see a little bit of a mechanical area in Frontiers, I think I am going to be a little disappointed.
Yeah, and I think that might be where the cyberspace comes in, but I really hope that it's not just totally a separate piece of the game. Like you just teleport to sort of the more crazier setups for these levels. I really hope it's just sort of kind of cooked into the world itself.
Okay, so let's talk outside of the world design. Let's talk in terms of gameplay. I personally really want to see some momentum style stuff, and I'm talking like dedicated curl into a ball button. I want this to be a 2D Sonic in a 3D space, kind of like a lot of those fan games are. I don't know how many of them you watched. I watch them almost religiously. It's kind of a problem, actually. They get recommended to me on YouTube all the time. They're the coolest thing, except they're always like dead empty, and it actually looks pretty boring. But Sonic looks awesome to control, and I want to go and run down a slope, and then I want to curl into a ball, and I want to whoop right up the loop, and then I want to jump off the loop, and I want to look like I'm playing the Sonic CD intro.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I've seen Sonic, what was it, Utopia, and that looked pretty cool.
That's a cool one.
So I don't think I've seen as many as you, but I definitely know sort of what you're talking about. I think that'd be awesome if they sort of had this dedicated button, sort of like a Metroid Prime, where he would just start rolling in a ball, just sort of seamlessly carrying that momentum towards him, especially if you're kind of like running down this mountain, slide into a ball, and then you kind of go over this ramp to sort of launch yourself.
Yes.
I really hope there's some like neat physics mechanics that you can play around for that.
Sonic has always been the rule of cool, and I think that this game could be the greatest Sonic game ever. I'm scared every time Sega experiments. It's very scary. We get some terrible things, but maybe it'll be a good one. Going off of more things I want to see, let's just do a dream list here, right? I want some Devil May Cry energy, and I want, as Sonic goes faster, I want this music to ramp up, and I want it to be like, yeah. And the faster you go, the better the music gets, and that'll be such a cool way to reward speed in a game where, like, it's open world, you probably don't need to go fast, but if you do go fast, it's gonna feel nice.
That sounds amazing. I've not heard that idea, but that would be such a cool mechanic for a game like Sonic. Oh man, I'm thinking of it now and just...
It's so good. Like, that's perfect. That's what, nobody's gonna know of this game. but I love the Azure Striker Gunvolt series, and they have a new game coming out like towards the end of this year too, so people got to check that out. But anyway, I love those games, and they have a mechanic where if your point total gets high enough and you're playing well enough and stuff, the music completely changes to a different song, and it's super anime, and it's so hype, and oh, I love those games. Sonic needs to copy that.
Yeah, I'm just imagining like running through these fields as Sonic, and then you hear that like guitar riff going on, and it's Crush 40 jamming out, and then you're just going fast, and it just gets even more and more intense.
So like imagine Sonic Adventure 1 song It Doesn't Matter is playing, and then you go fast and it transitions into the Sonic Adventure 2 version of that song. Listen to both of these songs, look up It Doesn't Matter Sonic Adventure 1, and then listen to It Doesn't Matter Sonic Adventure 2, and then you can kind of imagine one transitioning into the other, and it gets more intense as Sonic gets faster. My dream right there. I need that.
We all need that.
Want to hear another dream?
What's that?
Give me the parkour from Lost World. Bring that back. Lost World, all right, look.
I did not play Lost World. I might have played a demo of it, but I've never played it.
Oh, on the 3DS?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't play the Wii U version of Lost World. I played the 3DS version. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it was kind of garbage, I think. That
Really?
people are gonna get upset maybe that I said that.
Do people like Lost World?
People liked Lost World. I think most people played the Wii U version, in fairness.
Okay.
They have different levels and stuff.
Yeah.
So the first few levels of the 3DS version were like so fire, and then the game progressively got worse in my opinion, and I couldn't really stand it as we were getting into the later halves. I mean, the ice levels were hot garbage. It was terrible. But the parkour mechanic, you can run along a wall and Sonic keeps his momentum, I guess, or it's weird, he like automatically gets more momentum. It's jank. It's jank.
Okay.
But it's cool because you can jump from wall to wall. It kind of gives me energy of like Sonic Heroes, the triangle jumping between walls. Imagine that. Now, imagine it's Sonic Frontiers, and you are now running and you have momentum and you just kind of run up a wall, kind of like you could run up the ceiling in classic Sonic games.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep going and you're vibing with it, and then now all of a sudden you're on the ceiling, and guess what? They have this music idea from before, and you didn't lose any speed, and now you're on the ceiling and you got that Crush 40 going.
There we go. Yeah. So like I guess sort of like Kingdom Hearts 3, where you can just like sort of go from running to running up a wall.
Clean transitions, and I think Sonic's base movement is gonna make or break this game for me. And I'm so excited to see what they do. I'm really hopeful. I'm also really scared. So we're gonna pray for it.
Hopefully.
That's all I got to say about Sonic Frontiers. Do you want to add anything else, or are we gonna move on to another game?
No, I think that's pretty much, as you said, I think there's like a voice talking to Sonic in the trailer, if I can remember. I don't think that's anyone we've heard before. It's probably like a new character that's gonna like play into the story. Yeah.
It kind of sounded a little bit like Tails to me, but I didn't listen that closely.
Yeah, I think, the first voice sounded like Tails, but I think there was like another one later on that might have been something else. But I think it'd be fitting for Sonic to be sort of on his own in this game with this sort of open world that they're going with. But who knows?
It'd be cool. I don't know how much I care about Sonic's story. I just want him to be unrestricted and fun to move with. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Cool. So now, another thing we all desperately want, Sonic Mania 2, or really any good 2D Sonic game would be amazing. I love 2D Sonic. It's almost as good as 3D Sonic. Oof, that's a hot take.
Is that a hot take? I don't think that's a hot take.
I think nowadays it's pretty frowned upon sometimes to like 3D Sonic. It depends on the generation you ask, right? Everyone has different opinions about Sonic. It's the most controversial game franchise out there, I think. I love Mania. Mania was one of my favorite games of, 2017? 2018?
2017, I think.
2017 had Breath of the Wild, so like stiff competition. Alright, Breath of the Wild's probably a better game.
Probably.
But Mania's
but,
really good.
And it has that like super incredible replayability factor that a lot of Sonic games has, and Breath of the Wild doesn't really have that, but besides the point.
I played through Mania. I did all the stories. I did the DLC characters. I did playthroughs with them. I did Encore mode with every character. I did the base mode with every character. I played so much Sonic Mania. I adore that game. Sonic Mania 2 would be so sick. It's not happening.
And why is that?
Alright, so Evening Star, team that made Sonic Mania, you all know Christian Whitehead, the legend, the man, the myth. They're doing their own thing. They aren't doing Sonic Mania. They're going over to make a 3D action platformer game. They're using their engine. It's called Star Engine. And they said they're teaming with a new publishing partner, and we basically know nothing else. What do you think this game is?
I think this will probably be a Sonic style game, like as in a heavy emphasis on speed and like just going through levels as fast as you can. There will probably be like, when it says action platformer, probably something like I don't even know, maybe like, I guess Gunvoult's pretty actiony, but in a 3D space, so I guess... I don't know, like a gun, a sword, something. Probably it's basically going to be Sonic the Black Knight. No.
Yeah, you're describing Shadow the Hedgehog there.
Sword, gun.
That's what we should expect. Well, Shadow the Hedgehog from Christian Whitehead. I would actually buy that.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Whitehead, he has an incredible track record. So.
He really does. Like, I'm going to be keeping an eye out on this game, but it's a little bit sad that it basically means Mania 2 is unconfirmed or deconfirmed.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, unless somebody else sort of takes it up, which I'm not really sure. I guess, like, if they have, like, Sonic Team, I feel like always, the biggest thing is they don't really have a strong direction. Like, they've taken Sonic in so many, like, wild places, and a lot of times it's sort of just fallen flat. But if they sort of continue to go to their roots and, like, focus on, like, a traditional 2D game like Mania was, I think they can sort of handle that. Of course, they're working on Frontiers now, but I think another team could work on that. Might not be as crazy and slick as Mania, but I think it could be done.
I mean, Mania was such a love letter to the fans. That's what everyone always says, and it's so true.
Yeah, it really did have that passion and charm in it that I don't know if it could be replicated by anyone else other than Christian Whitehead and his team.
Right, and then Headcanon's music, too, is just, I mean, it's one of a kind, you know? That stuff's incredible.
Mm-hmm. T-Lopes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Wait, did I just call T-Lopes Headcanon? Headcanon is that his company? They make Sonic Mania. Like, their logo is on.
Yeah, their logo's on there.
Yeah, so Headcanon, okay, I think I'm getting, like, confused because Headcanon has, like, a little microphone.
Yeah.
So I thought T-Lopes was Headcanon.
I don't know if that's the case.
I don't know either. T-Lopes has a YouTube channel.
He does have a YouTube channel.
We should collab with T-Lopes.
Yeah.
How do we get T-Lopes on here?
Good question.
We don't.
We don't.
We're nobodies right now.
We
one day.
Not worthy of T-Lopes.
No, we're not. But one day if we make it, I'm gonna dream.
And we'll look back on this. All right, anyway. Would we even want someone different to make the game? Mania 2, that is.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I don't think I do. Do I want that? No. I don't know that I trust anyone else given Sonic's track record. We've had a lot of shoddy 2D Sonic games. Like, a lot. Like, they've made so many since...
Shoddy 2D?
Yeah. They made Sonic Episode 4.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Nobody liked that.
Oof.
Yeah, they made that. I think classic Sonic and Sonic Generations is kind of bad. People probably don't like that opinion, but I didn't like how he felt in that game. I couldn't get behind it. And that's 2D Sonic. He was the same in Forces, if not worse, and that was also not very fun. So I don't know how much I trust anyone else to handle 2D Sonic.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you don't have, like, as much experience with the other Sonic games as I do, so, like, no strong opinions really, or...
Not really,
right.
No.
Fair enough. So, Adventure 3, that's, like, the dream, right?
Yeah, that's the dream that might never happen, but...
Please, Adventure 3.
I mean, at this point, like, it's been so long, so it's gonna... Like, they probably will do it at some point because...
People want it.
People want it, and people will continue to want it for the next however many years it is until we get Adventure 3.
Us kids that grew up with Adventure have grown up, Jacob. We're adults now, and we're now nostalgic for Sonic Adventure. There's a whole market of us out there.
I think it's continuing to grow. I think other people probably played it.
That's true. It's on Steam now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, we'll get it eventually, but...
Or remakes. That'd be cool, too.
Yeah, but even if we don't get it, we can always dream of what it might look like.
And I have many dreams about how Sonic Adventure 3 would look like. I have thought about this game for most of my life, probably.
That's kind of sad.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that was me with Kingdom Hearts 3, though, so, like...
And Kingdom Hearts 3 happened.
It did happen.
it was a little bit of a disappointment, I hear.
No, like it was a really good first playthrough. I just don't think it measures up to 1 or 2, but it was I loved it my first playthrough, but kind of going back to it, it's but the DLC is amazing and probably some of the best content in the series. But yeah, anyway, we're on Sonic.
Yeah, sure. So Adventure 3, gotta bring back the Chow Garden. I mean, that's why we love Adventure 1 and 2, especially Adventure 2. Give me the Chow Garden, give me new chows, give me all the chows. I've had so many ideas for chows in my head, you don't even know. Like glowy chows, dude. Bring back the invisible chows, bring back character chows. There's so much.
Oh, the Tails and Amy chow, those are so cute.
They were so cute, dude. And they were like event locked, so you couldn't even get them. This is like some Pokemon nonsense here. I just want me some fancy chows, and I want to hold them and walk around with them and give them the little fruits, you know?
Oh, the little fruits.
Yeah, make them the hero of the dark chow. There's so much fun.
Give them the little animals.
Yes. I love the chows so much.
What if Sonic Frontiers had like a little chow garden, and then you could raise like animals on a farm, and then you feed them to your chow?
What? No, you misunderstand the spirit of the chow. You give them the little animal, and then they like kind of do a little dance, and they're like, yeah, and then they absorb its power. They don't eat them. They don't eat the animal.
You don't think they don't take a bite?
No, they don't. You can see the animation. They don't take a bite.
All right, maybe you can raise animals just for your cows to give a little smooch, and then
for my cows.
Oh, you're.
I'm not raising cows. I'm raising chow. All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Close enough.
It was not close enough, but that's okay. I do have dreams outside of the Chow Garden. They're not many. They're really not. I just want a nice Chow Garden. But there are some things I would like. More speed stages. I think that's kind of a universal thing. Some people like the treasure hunting stages. I think they're a little bit lame. Just give me Sonic and Shadow stages and maybe like Tails stages where he's not in a mech, and then I'll be satisfied. That's all I need out of Sonic Adventure 3. And the Chow. Don't forget about the Chow.
Don't forget about the chow.
You can't forget about the Chow, please.
Yeah, I think other like variations could be variations. I mean, like other characters and sort of level types like Rouge and Knuckles. I think the search and find could be interesting if like the movement was more dynamic. You just kind of like run around, glide, but like not as fast as Sonic, and the levels aren't as sort of catered to your movement at all. But I think like you could have a sort of like search and find, collect 3 things and have it be like interesting or like more fun. But honestly, the Sonic and Shadow levels are pretty much all you need.
They're the best part for sure. Although I will say, I thought of this just now. I love Adventure 2. I think it's better than Adventure 1, and I think the levels are better. But I want the developers to take a design philosophy similar to Adventure 1 rather than Adventure 2. So more emphasis on alternate routes and exploration and all that. I love that. And if they're gonna do the like multiple characters, finding the treasure or whatever, I like that Adventure 1 reused levels in neat ways and kind of showed you other angles to them. So if they want to bring that back, that's the way to do it in my opinion. And that's all I got to say about Adventure 3.
That's a good point. Also, we want Tails out of a mech.
I think I already said that. Did I already say that?
I don't think you did, but maybe,
I was thinking it.
I guess we can check the recording, but
we're not going to check the recording.
Anyway, yeah, Tails is great. He shouldn't be confined.
Let my man fly.
Let
him fly. Let him fly free.
Yeah, but not on a plane. Like
yeah, not a plane. Let him use his tails.
Yeah, let him use what his namesake
Give me
means.
2 players, Sonic Adventure 3. Tails can carry Sonic like he does in the 2D games. Give me that.
That's all I want. That's all I want. He said it. That's what I want.
We should play Sonic Adventure 3 together when they announce that and confirm it, and then...
Oh, you mean when they mod that into the game, because it's not going to be in the game. But the mods will do it.
Let's move on to the next game.
Sonic Generations 2. Will it be called 2?
No, I don't. All right, so they're doing Sonic Frontiers. They tried to do the Generations formula. Well, it's the Unleashed formula, right? They did it with Colors. They did it with Generations. They did it with Forces. Now they're doing it. Wait, they're not doing it. They're doing Frontiers.
Yeah, what?
I'm tripping over myself.
Hello.
All right, they did it a whole bunch, and I guess like Unleashed is the daytime levels are cool. Colors had like a few levels that were cool, and then most of the levels of modern Sonic were really cool in Generations. Forces had a handful of cool levels, a few. I think the formula works. I think it's pretty good overall. Speed Highway in Generations modern level is maybe the best Sonic stage of all time.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I'll just like watch you play that over and over again and watch you find all the different paths and just sort of be blown as someone who's not even playing the level.
Yeah, it's like the perfect combination of cinematic and great gameplay and cool design and alternate routes, and it feels so Sonic. And I love whenever anything can capture that Sonic essence. It feels magical. It is like nostalgia overload. I adore it. Do I want a new game like this? Maybe. I mean, I'm happy to see what Sega's doing, experimenting with Frontiers right now. If it doesn't work out and everyone hates it and they want to go back to trying more boost stages, yeah, give it another shot. I'm like, they've screwed up a few times now, if you want to believe the critics, which I mostly agree with the critics in this instance at least, but I believe they can do better. Maybe give them a little bit more time to make the game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of times it comes down to them sort of needing a game to get out the door, and then it's pretty evident by how the finished product is, i.e. Sonic Boom.
Yeah, Sonic Boom. Well, that was also...
Sonic 06.
Sonic 06 is... Ooh, yeah. Sega does do this a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
They rush their games so much.
It's a pretty vicious cycle.
It's pretty sad, too, because, like, when Sonic's good, I think Sonic is some of the best stuff out there, but it's so rare. It really is, and it's sad. But, like, despite the sadness with stuff like Adventure and stuff like the Boost formula, I still have faith that Sonic can go places. I think he can still be a household name. I think he can still be loved by a new generation. And I hope Frontiers is good. Because, wow, I really want a good Sonic game.
Yeah, I mean, you and every other Sonic fan.
So true. So true.
But, hey, we'll probably see some more at E3 and give us a little better glimpse of what gameplay will be like and the whole sort of feedback loop. So hopefully it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to try it no matter what, right? I always do. I always make that mistake. But I'll do it again. For Sonic.
Sonic! That was Tails.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe we'll reuse that little clip there when we sign off in like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm not using it, by the way.
Goodbye.